Wessex Blades. Quick update as fast as I can do it. Once again, there's a proposed restrictive legislation for knives in the UK. Now, you can understand what when some idiots are trying to get around rules and regs. Something should be done about it, but what should be done about it never actually turns out to be coming down heavy on those who are not doing due diligence. The latest proposals are to do with delivery to a home address within the UK from online sales, social media and websites. And little 16-year-old gits are trying to get around it by ticking a box and then getting the thing delivered to somewhere else or dropped at the shed or something. Basically, it's a finely tuned loophole, but the government's proposed solution is it's going to be incredibly restrictive for artisans, forge makers with knives, crook knives, wood carving tools. A whole tier of metal workers are going to be hit heavy with this. Quite how it's going to filter down through consultations and everything else, we've got no idea. But the upshot of it, again, once, here we go, is I've done a video, I've done something about it. I've contacted quite a few people, instant messages, emails, people have come to me about it, and a bit like the post office little icon thing, a bit like the air rifles, when there's one of these missions, I seem to be sticking my head above the parapet once again. I don't think this is the case that it's just me. Could this be our Alamo? Could this be our last stand? It's getting to the point where it will be so restricted, so just tied down in all four corners that it's just gonna absolutely kill it stone dead. So I'm just laying it down out there. I've done a video, I've contacted various makers in order to let them know of what's in the pipeline. There's going to be a consultation over the next few months. Now is the time, whilst the consultation isn't even on the running, for us to inform our local MP, for us to let them know just how many people are out there who aren't fools trying to get around the law, to let them know just how many makers out there are going to have a hard time if this comes down in such a way as to make it so awkward, so restrictive, that your revenue is going to be only when you go to a knife show or something. It's going to be crazy. It's getting to the point where Britain, already being a laughing stock of freedoms restricted left, right and centre, we are allowed a Swiss Army knife. It's like it is laughable. But I think, to be honest, this is the sort of thing now where it can't just be me. This needs to be everybody, not even necessarily just the knife maker. This has got to be everybody writes a letter to the MP, everybody does a video on it saying this, sensible legislation in order that people actually get prosecuted is one thing, but when they're getting around it, well, why don't you do them for it? You know what I mean? Under existing legislation, rather than once again imposing something new and even more restrictive. So you know, I don't want to look round in 6 months' time and 4 of you have done a video out of 15,000 possible ones, and we all end up with a market that's just dead because we can only buy it face to face. It will be crackers if only a few who actually stand up and do a video and write to your MP and put a thing on YouTube, or you do something on Instagram that shows your letter to your MP, in order that you've done your part, not just me, if that makes sense. So I'm really trying to issue the challenge that this is the Alamo now. I've stuck my head above the parapet. Come on guys, we all need to band together, we need to lock arms, scrum down, and get the best possible outcome for everybody involved. You know, that's Sharp Tinder, that's Ben Orford, that's Jack Law, that's LB Custom Knives, Dell, Duncan, everybody. Okay? We're all going to be hit by this, whatever they decide. The fact that they've even come out and talked about it is making the public's awareness derogatory towards us. It's crazy. And they're never actually showing our side. You know what I mean? In legislation, there's no actual mention of, and yet there are people out there who are doing age checks. No mention of that. So, come on guys, it's time to actually rally to this. Write a letter to the MP and show that you've done it. Scott from Wessex Blades out.